So we're going to look at how to create an IQD rig. To create an IQD rig, you're going to need a choice of fluorocarbon hook lengths. I've gone for a Korda IQ2, soft for fluorocarbon in £20 as well. A choice of hook, I always go for a crank style hook. It's got a wide gate and a nice curved shank. A micro swivel, an anti-tangle sleeve. Then to help create the rig, you're going to need some sharp scissors, a puller tool if you have one, very useful, a baiting needle, then to attach the bait floss, and a lighter as well. Step 1, you need to cut a length of fluorocarbon slightly longer than the hook length size you would like to use. I generally use hook lengths of about 7 inches. I'm happy to go up to about 8 inches if fish are a little bit more pressured. Don't mind going slightly smaller if they are less riggy and less pressured. When you've got your hook length size, you need to create a small loop at one end. Get your hook, pop the small tag through the back of the eye so that the loop is at the top of the shank. Put the small tag through the back of the eye. Then take this part of the loop, wrap it round the shank of the hook 4 to 5 times. When you've done that, pull it nice and tight. Hold the fluorocarbon on the back of the shank. Push the tag back through the eye. And pull the tag until the loop disappears. So you've got a lovely, neat knot on the back of the shank. You've done that, you can move the fluorocarbon to the correct position on the shank of the hook. I tend to push it just past the opposite of the point of the hook. At this stage, you need to cut off the excess fluorocarbon close to the knot that you've created on the shank of the hook. Then thread the micro swivel down the fluorocarbon, let it fall to the hook, then push the other end of the hook link through the back of the eye. Create the desired size D, have it tight if you like. I prefer a little bit more of a D so that there's more movement on the swivel for the hook bait. Hold the D nice and tight. And just do a simple knotless knot about 6 times around the shank of the hook. Push the fluorocarbon back through the back of the eye. Make sure the knot is nice and tight, and then pull the fluorocarbon. When you get to this point in creating your IQD rig, it's up to you which knot you prefer to create a loop at the other end to attach it to a quick change swivel or just a normal swivel. I go for a simple overhand knot. Doesn't even need to be a double overhand knot. Use my puller tool to keep it nice and tight. The fluorocarbon, because of the material it is, so that single knot is incredibly strong. I've never had any issues with such a basic knot with the loop. Cut the excess fluorocarbon off. Get your anti-tangle sleeve. And thread using the baiting needle, thread it onto the hook link. That is ready to have a bait attached. Very simple, but incredibly effective and incredibly strong too. Excellent hook holds. Bottom lip most of the time, to be honest. Yeah, I have a lot of faith in this rig wherever I go. Because of the style of an IQD rig, you are much better off using bottom baits, wafters, or less buoyant pop-up corn, such as the ones I've used here. To attach the bait, take a length of bait floss, thread the bait floss through the eye of the micro swivel, pull it in through enough so that the tag ends are pretty much level. Get your chosen bait, put the baiting needle through, and then pull the bait onto the bait floss. Pull the swivel into the bait so that just the bottom eye of the swivel is showing. Cut off some of the bait floss, you don't need too much left at the top of the bait. Light the top of the bait floss, let it burn down and push the lighter onto the top to create a stop using the bait floss. And that is ready to use. You can, if you want to, wafters, trim it down a little bit just to help with the buoyancy. Anytime I use fluorocarbon or a stiff material, I like to put it under steam. This helps straighten the hook length so it sits lovely and flat on the lake bed, and it also helps stop it from tangling when casting.